Yes, people. Welcome to Fozi TV, formerly known as LRFC. I've got two special guests with me. Two special guests, Mr. Dean from Fam Zone and Mr. Frank Carlisle. Can't say any more than that. Frank Carlisle and Dean from Fam Zone TV, man. Thank you for joining me, guys. We're going to be speaking about Liverpool. It's a Liverpool show. How you both doing, man? How you both doing?
I'm doing okay, thank you, Fozi. You know, it's after yesterday. Well, we'll talk about that a bit later on. I'll let you see how he is.
What about you, Dean, mate? How are you doing, brother?
Can't complain, bruv. Can't complain. We're here. 3 points. Now it goes, bruv.
Yeah, definitely, man. So, guys, yesterday's game. I just want to speak both of you. Any of you guys can come into this. Like, how did you feel about the game in the first half? We're going to talk about obviously each half. So, I want to know about the first half, that performance in the first half. What did you think of it? Because I thought after the Sunderland game, we found a formation, a system that we play, and we could like control games now. But it looks like we're still stepping back to that, diabolical football that we normally play. So, yeah, what did you think of the first half? Because, having 0 shots on target and not winning the battles, like first ball, second ball, third ball, how long can we, accept our football team being like this? You know what I mean? Because it was frustrating. It really, really got to me. Because I was doing a watch-along. It's not the first time I've seen this now, like 0 shots on target in the first half. But yeah, you guys can go from there if you want.
Fozi, I did a watch along too, and I played it back, the first half.
Yeah.
Played it back last night. And all as it kept saying was, what are we doing? These are on the attack. And I kept going, whoa, because they were on the attack, counter-attacking us all the time. We were diabolical. I can't imagine anybody, any Liverpool football fan who watched that first half said anything decent about it, about the way we played. And they looked like far more superior. Nottingham Forest, who were, struggling against relegation.
Yeah.
They were far more superior than us. And I just couldn't make it out. I couldn't make the system that Slot keeps playing week in, week out. You can count on your hands how many good games we've had in the Premiership this season.
Yeah.
And it's not good enough. It's not good enough.
What about you, Dean, mate?
Bruv, we can make excuses about Vert's not starting because he got an injury in the warm-up. But when I saw that, I thought, all right, surely you go put Gomez in, and then. But when they put Szoboszlai right back, I thought to myself, we just came over. We done something. We done a few good things in the last few games.
Yeah.
We had a nice little. Like, I'm not saying we've been perfect, but we found some sort of formula. And then you go back to Szoboszlai right back when you got Gomez on the bench. Like, these are the last 12, 13 games.
Yeah.
Like, go for it now. Always forgetting about injuries and fitness. This is the business end of the season now. We have to finish top 5. We got to build up a head of steam now.
Yeah.
And that first half, I've been saying it all season. You know me. I don't like a team that gets bullied.
Yeah.
That's one thing I can't stand. Work rate and be a man on the pitch. Make sure all of you be men on the pitch. Don't get bullied. Don't get at fault. I don't mind the quality is not as good, but don't get at fault. And Sangera bullied us. Anderson bullied us. Every time we made 2 passes, they took the ball off us. It's like under 18s playing under 13s.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. Every time we got the ball, they just took it off us. Didn't have to make no big tackle. Just take the ball off us. And there's a few players that started off. I think Curtis Jones started off really bad in that first half when he was in midfield. He adjusted too slow to the game, and we kept on getting the ball nicked off him. It's like I don't know why we start like this. It's happened a lot of games this season where we're getting at fault straight away, and then we just kept on going for the whole half. I thought at some point we're gonna impose our will on the game, but it just carried on for the whole half, and Slot did not change it. Like, you can see you needed Szoboszlai in that midfield to work. I don't understand why another team with better forwards would have put us to the sword.
Yeah,
we're lucky Nottingham Forest can't score goals because they were so one-sided. That's the worst I've seen us. And I've seen some bad performances this season. That first half is the worst I've seen because I'm watching it, I'm just thinking, any minute they're going to score. And the thing, it got to a point where I thought, just score, man. Hurry up and score so we can get back into the game.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing I can think that would have got us back in the game if they scored. Because it was horrible. We are boring. We are slow. We're lethargic. We look unfit. Listen, everything I hate about football teams is what we are right now. Everything I hate. That's what we are right now. It makes me sick, bro. Seriously.
I don't blame you, Dean. I don't blame you, because when I look at Frank as well, like when we look at Szoboszlai as a right back, he's the most impressive player of the season in midfield. Yeah, we know what he's all about. He's scoring goals now. He's creating chances now. He's taking shots from outside the box. He's doing everything that you want a number 8 to do now. Why, Frank, are we still sticking him as a right back when we got a right back on the bench? Well, you know what I mean? We've got Jones that can play there comfortably as he did I think he changed it at some point in the first half when things weren't working out, Frank. Why is it always we see Szoboszlai as a right back, mate, when he's the most impressive midfielder probably in the Premier League right now?
Well, I think you've got to ask Slot that because, to be honest, I don't know. It's like what Dean said. We've got Joe Gomez on the bench. He's a right back. Joe Gomez, he's a great versatile player. He can play right along the back four.
Yeah.
Right back, centre back. He can play. Why didn't he just put him in there at right back? Put our creative midfield, because once the likes of Szoboszlai was put right back, we lost the impetus in midfield, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We just lost it completely. And that's why we were overrun in the first half. And it's no use, us surmising why he's playing right back, Szoboszlai. Well, even Jones. Yeah. Jones can play right back.
Exactly.
And yet we put our most, dynamic, shall we say, midfielder at right back. But I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know where Slot's system. I just don't know his tactics at all.
No.
He blames everybody. He blames everything.
Yeah.
He blamed. He just blamed. Do you remember when he blamed the low block and the long throw-ins? It's just pathetic. And to be honest, Fozi, I'm going to say this now, and you know, to Dean as well.
Yep.
I just want to see the man gone. I'm being honest with you. I just want to see him gone because there's nothing there, and just keep going on and on and on. Next season, if he's still with us next season, God knows what'll happen to us.
Yeah, spot on. Like when I watch Soboslai as a right back, it just doesn't bring me anything other than they keep trying to think about the Trent days. You know what I mean, guys? Like he's trying to like do this, you know, inverted right back that can do long balls from the back, trying to open up defenders like this, so defenses like this and all that stuff. But it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I don't know how much more we have to like withstand this, because it's just boring to watch. We're boring. Every single time I watch Liverpool, it's not something exciting. It doesn't excite me to watch us. And every single time you think you turn the corner, he goes back to the same thing that he was doing before. So things ain't changing anytime soon, Dean and Frank. You know what I mean? I honestly think this guy, it's as far as he can take us. I don't think we're going to get better than what we're showing at the moment. And the more we're going to continue playing like this, the more it will bring the team down. It will bring the fans down at the same time as well. I honestly don't think we're going to get better than what we're doing. And him playing out of position is what's ruining the players as well. Because look at
one sec, Fozi. Sorry for interrupting you. But what people got to understand, yeah, Trent is a generational talent, yeah, and a generational talent comes around every once in a while. You can't create a generational talent. So why is he trying to do this thing with Szoboszlai? Just get a normal right back that can overlap. Like we ain't got that. Trent was a one-off. Just leave it at that. Go back to normal right backs, because like it's not working. You're trying to get a ball playing right back. Them days are finished. You need an overlapping right back that can do the overlap, like what Frimpong was doing before he got injured. You can't just keep on just doing this. Our right back can be the playmaker.
Inverted and
them days are finished. Trent's not here no more. Move on. Like I would say, John Barnes ain't not here no more. We've moved on. Like we've got to move on, move with the times. Everyone's right back is robust, fast, can get up and down the pitch. Us, we're still living in the past. We're still trying to recreate another Trent. It's not going to happen. Just
I think he's again, Dean, you said that he's trying to create another Trent. That's the unfortunate thing, because Trent left. I'm being honest with you there. I'm being honest with the listeners and the viewers here. That Trent bawled his eyes out. He bawled his eyes out when he knew Klopp was leaving. He just bawled. He didn't want to play for Slot. I'm telling you now. You know, I'm a Scouser, live up here, get the vibes, talk to people. And the lad just did not want to play under another manager, because Jürgen, he nurtured him. He was like a dad to him, but football-wise, that is, football-wise. And once he knew that he was leaving, that was the end of it. And you're seeing him when Jürgen's last game, when he was getting presented with those things at the end of it by John Henry. And you see him, he wasn't just in tears, he was bawling his eyes out. His footballing world finished with Liverpool. His footballing world, that's why he went. Nothing else.
You can see it now, because we all miss Klopp. In fact, I'm not going to speak for everyone, but me personally, Klopp's my favourite manager, of my generation, because obviously I didn't see the Paisleys and Shankleys, but Klopp's my favourite manager. And just that the way he brought the club together, everything he does, not just on the pitch, it's off the pitch. It's how he carries himself, how he talks about us. He's a proper representative of Liverpool. There's no one that can talk to him, in my eyes. When he's on the side, there's no other manager I would rather have on my side than that guy. He bleeds us. I love it.
The more you look at Arne Slot, he doesn't give you that reassurance as a fan, does he? He doesn't give you that, I want to back this guy. Remember Klopp, from the first moment he walked in through the door, we already knew he had that aura about him. You know what I mean? And this guy, he just doesn't, no matter what he does, he just doesn't give me that connection like we used to have with Jurgen. And that's the saddest thing about with Arne Slot. No matter what he does, he's never going to change. He's still going to be this arrogant guy, does this arrogant stuff, and he's willing to sacrifice points for his own way of thinking of about how to play the game. And as you said about Klopp, that's 1 in a million person that's left our football club, and it's never going to be the same, without him, because he took him 10 years, guys. Like, it took him 10 years to get to what we are right now. You know what I mean? Challenging for the league title. It's like what he said once, if you guys remember. He said, I was trying to find out why this club is struggling to win league titles. So I had to go back into the future to find out what the issue is. So he said he came back with the answers of the reason these players are struggling and this fan base is struggling to win titles is because the past was hurting them. The past was so good, is like bricks in a backpack. That's what he said, and we need to take that off in order for us to get back to the winning ways and make our own history. See, this is what I'm saying. Look at that psychological thing. Like, that's something that people don't even look at when they're listening to Jurgen. I listen to this guy because every time he listens, I look forward to listening to. I don't look forward to Arne Slot because he puts me to sleep. You know what I mean? He's already giving our tactics away most of the time anyway. But this is what I was listening from Jurgen Klopp, guys. Like, he had everything. He found out what the reasons were while we was always second and not winning league titles. He just. I don't think there's anything like that at this football club anymore. And this is why we're falling apart the way we are. Even the players we sign, do we actually sign players to fit the system that we're playing like we used to under Klopp? Klopp didn't used to buy superstars. He used to buy players that fit the system to make us win. Nowadays, we don't even do that anymore. We just buy players for the sake of buying, and it's all over the place, as you can see on the pitch. But what do you guys think about Jurgen's thinking, like, the psychological thing that he used to do, Frank, like that used to motivate all of us, you know what I mean? Because I don't see that anymore. I'm tired of watching Liverpool now. I don't even want to go to watch games at Anfield anymore. It's so bad. Do you know what I mean?
Well, my grandson, he's a solicitor, and he's just a red flag. I took him to his first match, and it was against Chelsea, when Fernando Torres scored 2, and he was absolutely, over the moon. Thing is, he's got a season ticket. And we got one, God knows, to be honest, because my own daughter, his mother, has been on the list for 22 years, and she couldn't get one. She even questioned him, how did you get a season ticket? Anyway, he's got it, and he's given it to my other grandson. And he said, I'm not going until this man's gone. Now, I'm not saying because he's a solicitor or anything, but there are many, many fans who are doing that now. You've just said it, Fozi. I'll tell you one thing that Jurgen did. Dino mentioned he mentioned Shankly. I'm a Shankly boy, believe it or not, Dean. When he came to Liverpool, he embraced the fans. He embraced them. And we leap years ahead. What did Jurgen Klopp do? And you said exactly the same. He embraced the fans. This fella has never embraced anybody. His wife doesn't even live in Liverpool. She's never followed him here.
Thank you.
It's as simple as that. Come on, I don't think he's. I can't say too much because I'll get myself into trouble. I'll get you blocked. I'll get you blocked for me.
Yes, Frank, it's true. What you're saying there, I said a little while ago, yeah? He is the manager of Liverpool FC, and your wife has not come to Liverpool with you. How can you make anyone follow you when your wife don't I don't want to get personal here, but there's not much jobs big in any sport bigger than Liverpool manager, and your wife's not with you. It doesn't make no sense to me. If I leave England to go and do a job, it's for my family. If I'm leaving my natural home, so everyone has to go with me. I'm not going to go and sign a contract for 3 years abroad and just live there by myself. Like you're all going to live under my roof. This is a proper job. It's not a 10-minute job. This is a livelihood. I don't understand that it's hard for me to even think why your wife ain't with you. And I know it's nothing to do with football, but it's something to do with the man himself. Like, you can't inspire. To me, you don't inspire me. When I'm watching the football, I'm not inspired, so I don't know what the players are going through with you, because I watch you and I'm not convinced. I never have been. Gave you the benefit of the doubt. You won the league, brilliant. This season, all the holes are showing that. Every single arrogance, everything you say after the game, everything you say before the game is having an effect on the team. Because you tell people, oh, I don't like low blocks, I don't like long balls, I don't like set pieces, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. And you tell them all this, oh, I want to play PSG every week. You didn't beat PSG. So you moan about so much different things, and you're telling people what you don't like and what we can't do. Everyone's going to do that. Everyone's going to play low block. Everyone's going to play long ball. Everyone's going to put the ball in the box. All right, you've sort of sorted out the set pieces. You fired the guy. We're a bit better at set pieces now, but I know everyone likes an honest manager, but bro, some things don't have to be said. Some things don't have to be said. Some things have to be done on a training ground, and then you go next game. You don't have to tell everyone what's wrong. Just go and fix it on training ground, and then go out. That's the thing I don't like about this manager. He does too much stuff, but he's not doing enough on the training ground. Too much talking. I've had enough of it.
Do you ever remember when we lost 3 games on the bounce, right?
Yeah.
And it was the international break. And what I couldn't get over, as you said, Dean, he's the manager of the most successful club in British football.
Yep.
The most successful. And what does he do? He doesn't go up to the exit and get a stupid backroom staff, because they're useless as well, and bring them in and say, why have we lost 3 games on the trot? You know what he does? He brings his wife to Dubai for a holiday.
Yeah.
That was it. I'll tell you, Dino, I'll tell you this for nothing now. I didn't like him when I heard that this slot fella was going to become manager. And what he did, he was Feyenoord's manager. And what he actually did, before the season ended, he took a mic, went out into the middle of the pitch and said, I'm leaving Feyenoord, I'm going to Liverpool Football Club to be their manager. What? You know, that's disrespecting the fans and the club of Feyenoord. And I didn't like him from that moment on when I seen that. Simple as that.
No, I agree. It's a lot of things.
It's not like a Brendan Rodgers arrogance about him.
Yeah.
Who does he think he is? Like, you're not bigger than football. You're not bigger than final. Like, how can you go on a pitch and tell them? Like, that's a statement you make. Like, not a public announcement like that. That's mad. I didn't know he done that. I didn't know.
Yeah, he did. He was in a press conference, Dean, and he did that. That's the
I was in hospital, bro. I wasn't privy to nothing. I was in hospital.
Yeah, he said that in the press conference. He said that in the press conference. You know, like when you watch his games as well, gents. Have you ever noticed like how long it takes him to realize when to change the game? Like it's always the second half, or like 65 minutes. You saw that first half the other day. At what point, Frank and Dean, did you guys realize we've got to make some changes here? Because
2 minutes in,
if it wasn't for the players blocking the shots going in, you know what I mean? They should have scored at least 3. If they had a clinical striker, they would have scored at least 3 goals. if it wasn't for our defense, blocking those shots every single time they were shooting. You know what I mean? So at what point do you realize? Because this is not the first time he did this. Don't forget Man City away the 3-0. All those games that we've lost. He made changes at like 65 minutes or after that. Me, when I look at us when we're playing, I could judge the game within the first 20 minutes if it's going to go our way or not. That's when I start making changes. He waits, until the second half. But I want to ask you guys, when do you guys realize when to change the game? Because yesterday, first 10 minutes to 15, you should have realized that things are not going our way.
So it straight away.
I agree.
When even Jones missed the ball. When Jones got dispossessed in the middle of the park, I thought, and then it happened again, and then Hudson-Odoi went through. That would have been, see, when he missed that one-on-one with Alisson, I thought, yeah, that's it, change it. I can't be doing this again. Change it before we concede. I'm not waiting to concede, then we change. Be proactive. Stop being reactive. He got away with it yesterday because Nottingham Forest could not create a clear-cut chance and score. That's why he got away with it. Yeah. But another game, we could have been 2 or 3-0 down. You saw against the Crystal Palace, first Crystal Palace game of the season. And they should have been winning 4 or 5 before half time. We've had performances like this all season where second half we get into the game. And the thing is, done this a lot last season, but people don't realise he was correcting his mistakes. He wasn't, he's made a great change. No, he went out in the first half wrong and he's corrected it in the second half. That's what he's done a lot last season, This season, he's making wrong decisions to start the game and he's just about scraping it in the second half. Only because individuals are standing up. It's not nothing to do with him. Individuals, Ekatike might score a goal out of nowhere. Wirtz is starting to play football. It's individual stuff. It's happened a lot. And last season, Salah, individual brilliance. It's not nothing to do with his tactics that win us games. That's what we got to understand. This manager's tactics are outdated. It does not fit the Premiership. His football suits Dutch football. This soft, not tackling, not winning your battles.
There's no tackles.
And remember, I said it before. When I was a kid and I was playing football, we went to Holland. My school we went to Holland. We played a couple games out there. And I didn't understand what was going on because there was no corners. There was nothing going on. We was playing football.
Yeah.
We're balling off as a corner and we didn't get a corner. I'm thinking, what's that? Why are we taking corners? That's what they do. They just play football. They don't do set pieces. This was the 90s, but I don't know if it's changed now, but in the 90s, this is what they'll do. And it feels like he's adapted he's the same age as me. He's adopted the whole same philosophy. Forget set pieces. Let's just try to play football. And I can't. He's just.
What about you, Frank? What point do you see things have to be changed when you watch this manager? Because he takes ages every single time from what I've seen of him.
Well, he brings his famous substitutes on at the 75th minute, doesn't he? And he's just pathetic. You can go right back. It wasn't only this season, it was last season too. And we had a cushion, didn't we? But if you come to this season, the 3 games, or I don't know how many games we won, 3 or 4 games, when we went top of the league, we were lucky in every one. And then the draws, that 14 game that we went without defeat.
Yeah.
Some of the games that we drew, we were so lucky. I remember, I think it was Conor Bradley. Forget who it was again. I don't know whether it was Leeds or somebody. And the lads had the ball. It was going in, and Conor Bradley tackled the lad in the last minute as he was just about to put it into the net. And that's what I mean about luck. We've been getting away with it for a very, very long time. Yeah. Lucky draws. Yesterday, come on. You know what I mean? We were very, very lucky. And that's the problem we've got with this so-called manager or coach, as they say. Yeah. But you mentioned before, which is very important, about players coming in.
Yeah.
Now, it's not him who's picking them. it's Hughes and it's Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
But they are like more or less the managers. They choose the players. Look, we look at the January window. We look in the summer window. We knew what we had to have.
Yeah.
We never replaced anything in the centre backs, especially this winter. Our centre back, it's they're crying out for a centre back.
Yeah, we
I
do.
go back to Zubamendi last year.
Yeah.
Last summer. I'm sorry, Zubamendi. Richard Hughes was saying to, he's negotiating. And their president said, give us the money and you can have them. And he was trying to negotiate installments. Same again with Gahey.
Mm-hmm.
Gahey, they wanted an extra 5 million. You can have them. What happened? Nothing. Nothing. No, look at those two. Just imagine those two in our team today.
Yeah.
Centre backs. And, we're number 6. We haven't had a number 6. I've been asking for a number 6 for 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Gravenberch is in a number 6.
He's not.
I don't care what anyone says. He's not a number 6, that lad.
Yeah. Spot on what you guys are saying. Please, people, like, share, and subscribe to my brothers here. Their channels underneath in the description. Please go and subscribe to Frank and Dean's channel. Their name is next to it as well. Yeah, I want to talk about, guys, I want to move on to the players individually. Like, what do you guys think about Salah, man? Because the way he came off yesterday, it was unacceptable, in my opinion. There's a young player coming on the pitch and he's smiling, smirking. He didn't even celebrate the goal. I don't remember him even, coming off the bench to celebrate the goal. I know, like, it's a lot of, to say about him, but what did you think about the way he comes off now? Like, when he does nothing in the game and then they make a substitution and he just tries to be sarcastic for some reason, Frank? Like, why is it like that with him? Should he be still on the pitch when he's not doing anything? And he keeps passing to the opponents every single time he gets the ball.
Everybody loves Mo Salah. Everybody. And again, you've got to understand. I remember having someone on my podcast, not saying his name. This is last season, the beginning of last season. And he said Mo Salah should have been gone 2 years ago. Now, this is the beginning of last season. This is the season we won the league.
Yeah.
Without Mo Salah, we would never have won the league. Not with his golden boot, not with his record Premiership assists. We would have never have won the league. God knows where we would have finished anyway. If that fella, if anyone had taken notice of that fella that he'd gone 2 years ago. But as I said, we all love Mo. But this season, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's happened to his form. And don't forget, it's Ramadan for the Muslims. And they can't drink water or anything, which is absolutely ludicrous in my opinion. So, look, young Rio, I think he needs to be starting now over there, Mo. I really do. Because that lad is determined to prove himself. And without him yesterday, he won us the game with that cross. Finally that cross goes in, and I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know about Mo.
Do you think this is his last season at the club? Do you think this is going to be his last season?
Yeah. I think he'll go to Saudi, and this is but we've got to give him. Mo Salah's been absolutely legendary status. Legendary status. And we've got to give him the send-off that he richly deserves. Mo Salah.
Yeah. What about you, Dean, about Salah, mate? Because you got a lot of criticism yesterday. Again.
He deserved it. When he came off, I was fuming that obviously we can make what we want of it, but the smirking and that, I thought, obviously he's embarrassed. He's come off. He must feel embarrassed. And then he done nothing all game. him and Gakpo done absolutely nothing. Rio done more in them last 10 minutes than like Salah got put in the pocket of Williams all game.
Yeah.
And then Rio
And
comes on for 10 minutes.
It's not the first time either, by the way. It's
No,
happened last
Nico
year.
Williams always got him. Nico, every time he played for us,
Yeah.
Nico Williams has got Salah always. And then Rio comes on for 10 minutes, straight away he gets a crossing. Straight away. Like, more than Salah done all game. So, end of the day, we all love Salah. He's a legend. He's going to go down as a legend. Doesn't mean that we hate him because we don't want him to play. End of the day, it's going to get toxic because the performance he's putting out now, it's going to get toxic because he's going to turn into, oh, that's our legend. So now we don't like it because he's playing. The manager has to protect him and say, you know what, I'll go protect your legacy. You know? I can't keep on playing you in these games. Or change his position or make the game, base it around him, put him closer to the goal. He's not a touchline winger. He can't beat his man. So I'm not even blaming Salah no more because the manager's playing him. Salah, you can see that Salah either should be an impact player or he should be closer to goal. I think he can still finish. Put him closer to goal. But it's the manager, man. This is what's killing it. It's the manager.
This is where I want to ask you both the question about that. You know, in football terms, it says Rooney was right. Obviously, a slot has no aura, Trudon says. Big up Beans and Toast, by the way. Big up Shauno, of course. I know you've been in hospital recently, mate. Big up my guy. Hope you're okay. Big up Clive, of course. And Hugo, of course, Hugo. Everybody in the chat. Big up Christopher as well. I could see you there. So this is what I want to ask you guys this question, yeah. I'm sure I'll probably ask you guys this question in your own channels. If there's one or two players underperforming, I understand. But when is an entire team underperforming, who is that to blame? Is it the manager or the players? Because if it's two players, I understand the players are not performing. I'll blame them and I'll take them out of the team and get someone that could do the job. Of course, that's what you do in football, isn't it? But when is an entire team at the same time not performing, who do you blame that directly at? Is it the players or the manager? Go on, Dean.
Oh, I'm not. You see, I've gone so far left now, Fozi. I've gone so far. I'm not blaming the players. I'm not blaming the manager. I'm blaming the people that can get the manager gone. Because you know what? First of all, I'm blaming the players, yeah, and they'll play it. So I'll blame the manager for picking them players. Yeah, cool, no problem. You're playing the same players that's not performing. Manager's fault, no problem. Now the manager's showing you what he's capable of. He's playing the same players. He's playing the tactics. It's not working. He's making excuses in the press. He's doing all this other stuff. So I'm not blaming the manager no more. The manager's going to do what we've seen all season. Yeah. He's going to keep on doing what we see all season. So he's shown me he can't change. He will always do this. So the manager's not going to sack himself. So now I'm looking above because I can't keep on blaming players and manager because we'll be here for next 20 years saying the same thing. Someone above's got to say, "No, I've had enough now. Forget it. I've had enough of this. That I've warned you already. You got to get the better out of your players. If you're the manager of your squad at a workplace, the owner's going to come up to you and say your team's underperforming. What's going on? It's not like it's one or two players you can just sack. It's two employees you can sack. Nah, it's the whole office not performing. You got to get rid of the manager. It's clearly the manager's problem now because it's the whole office is toxic now. It's a whole toxic. Every other department looks good except from yours. It's the person that's rowing the boat now. It's the person that's in charge of the boat. Yeah. You've got to take him out because he is not getting the best out of these players. You've just spent the record amount of money we've ever spent before to be trying to get into 5th place. We're talking about making top 5. That's what we're talking about now. That we're trying to get a top 5 finish. That is embarrassing. That you spent $450 and we're trying to make top 5. Not even trying to win a trophy or nothing. Just trying to make top 5. That can't be acceptable. seriously, man. I'm blaming the people above now. Manager's out of his depth. Players are just not listening to the messages. So remove the manager. Alonso's sitting there, or someone else. Put me as manager. Put me as manager. Put Robbo as manager. Put Frank as manager. Something different. A different voice. Something, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I agree.
Yeah, I totally agree with Dean there. Make the manager.
What do you think? What do you think, Frank? Like in regards to like one or two players, of course, like you could blame the players for that, underperforming. But when there's an entire team underperforming, as we've been seeing the whole season, who do you blame for that?
It's the manager. Well, it's Slot. It's him. He's got this system. He's got these tactics that are not working. I've given on my own channel an analogy. We brought in great players, in the summer. Great players, wrong positions, but great players. We should have got some centre backs, as I mentioned. But anyway, I give the analogy of a chef going to, a good chef, going to a Michelin restaurant and wanting a job.
Yeah.
So the head chef of Michelin said, okay, here's ingredients. Now I'm talking about our new players that came in the summer. And he said, here's the ingredients. Go away, make me a cake. The lads come back and said, I can't mix these ingredients. So we said, well, you haven't got the job, lad. Sorry, go on. Now that's Slot with the players look at Wirtz. Look at Isak. Look at the lot of them who we all brought in. Okay, Ekatike. He hit the ground running. But look what his form is today.
Oh, it's awful, man.
You see, so it's the manager. The manager is no motivational person. He can't motivate any. He couldn't even motivate his wife to come over here and live. So what chance has he got to motivate players?
Yeah.
And it's just down to Slot, unfortunately. I'm not blaming any players.
Yeah.
I'm not. Look, in my profession, retired now, I used to look at some of my students, and when I was given a lecture before they went into exams, I used to look at them, and there used to be a couple, and I was trained to do this, to look at them and to see if they're bewildered by, what they had to go and do. I was trained to do that. And I said on my watch along, it went on Virgil in a couple of games, and he looked bewildered.
Yeah.
I was trained to do that. And he looked bewildered, as much to say, well, what do we do now? This is Virgil van Dijk, one of the greatest centre-backs in the world. And he looked bewildered, last season under this manager. Yeah, coach.
I agree.
So it's just down to the coach, Fozi.
100%. The way I see it when I'm watching us is like, it's repetitive of the same mistakes that every game that we watch. You know what I mean? The players make the same mistakes, and it never corrects itself. So there's something you do in the training ground which is absolutely nothing. This is a manager that, by the way, said, I like to work with a small squad. The way he says, I like a small squad. I don't like a big squad. So you got your small squad and you're still struggling. So who do you blame for that? You know what I mean? Then it's got to be the coach. So this is what I'm saying. Like, when people are trying to say it's not his fault, the players are, you got to blame the players as well. It's wrong, because it's the same tactics every single time that's actually, not performing on the pitch. And the players are making the same mistakes on the pitch. What's Gravenberch's weakness? He's passing. Why aren't we improving on that? What's Gakpo's weakest link? Always cutting in. Why aren't we improving on that? What's Salah's issue this season? He can't get past the defender. Why can't we improve in that? It's the same mistakes every game. You don't need to you could describe every player's mistakes this season. That's how easy it is. So if you're not correcting that in the training ground, and you're not even challenging them in the training ground, what do you expect they're going to do when they get on the pitch? They're going to do the same thing again. So that's the manager's fault. It ain't the players. That's what I'm saying. Like 1 or 2 players, I understand, but when it's the entire team that's not performing, that's a manager problem. And I've been saying that for the whole season. I said it in the beginning of the season, guys. I would have went. I don't know. I'm going to ask you individually. I would have went in a way of I'll stick with the team that won the Premier League last season. We've got about 8 or 9 of them still at the football club. I'll start with them first 10 games. Let the new players gel in. Bring them in and out. See who could connect with the players or not. And then eventually they will. As we see right now, Kirkes. Look at Kirkes. Look at Wirtz. They will come to their own. That's how you do things. But he didn't go down that way. He went he chucked them in straight away. He was willing to lose points. He thought we were so good we're gonna outscore teams, and that didn't happen. And now look at where we are. We're, like you just said, Dean, we're scraping for top 5, not Premier League or Champions League. So he's made a lot of mistakes. And in normal circumstances, if this was another club as big as Liverpool or bigger, if you could say that, they would have sacked him a long time ago. You know what I mean? But for some reason, we're stuck with him.
We should have sacked him. I said Fozi and Dean. It was the Nottingham Forest game, actually, at Anfield when they beat us. I said he should have been sacked. I said on my podcast, I said, I hope I wake up tomorrow morning and read it, bang, he's gone, slot sacked. I was wanting that so badly. And my mind hasn't been changed at all. Well, as you can tell, through this discussion that we're having, my mind hasn't been changed. And as I said before, if I go into next season, and he's still manager, I think Liverpool are on a downward slope. Albeit that was 6th, we're still on a downward slope. We're reigning champions. We're defending our title that we won. And look at the state of us. As Dean said, we're fighting for 5th. What the hell is that? Fighting for 5th? Liverpool Football Club. We are Liverpool. Remember Jurgen's slogan? Yeah. We are Liverpool. And look at the state of us.
Yeah, I miss those nights, the Champions League nights and all that. It looks like it's something that in the past now when we're watching Liverpool, because I don't think we're going to have those nights in a long, long time, beating the likes of Barcelona's and all those teams, because it's something, to me, it looks like in the past, the more we're going down this spiral, the more it looks distant, things like that will come back in the future. But guys, I want to ask you guys a question. Say Arne Slot leaves, Frank. Who would you win in? Who do you want to get the next manager? And what plans would you have with that manager, like to get us back to where we belong?
Okay, say he was sacked now, and Xabi Alonso, for example, was brought in tomorrow. Now, who I'd have, I'm being honest with you there. Some people might think, no. I'd have Steven Gerrard as his number 2, and I'll tell you for why. Steven Gerrard, he knows Liverpool, he knows you, he knows me. As Liverpool fans, he knows what we want. Not to demand, but what we want, what we used to. We're Liverpool Football Club. He's a local lad. He goes around the town. He's listening to people. It's incredible what he could give to Liverpool, believe it or not, as a number 2 to Xabi Alonso. Now, Xabi Alonso, you get fans who are saying, "Oh, look what he did, Manchester." Madrid got shut of him. Look what they were. It was player power that got shut of Xabi, nothing else. Nothing else. And so Xabi Alonso, and do you know who else I bring in? Milner in the backroom stuff.
Yeah,
I think Milner would be ideal because he's got the sort of mentality to instill into players, young players I'm talking about as well. And I think Xabi, Steven Gerrard and Milner, I think they'd be an ideal threesome to be honest. And a couple more, bring them in as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. What about you, Dean? Who would you bring in, mate?
Frank speaking facts. See, if that ever happened, right, the universe would fall apart, because that is such a unique situation. Imagine getting Alonso, Gerrard, and Milner. That would be everyone's dream, but I can't see that, because Gerrard being number 2 to Alonso. Would Gerrard want that? Would Alonso want Gerrard's number 2? I would love that. That would be a perfect situation as Liverpool fans to have Alonso and Gerrard back into it. And you got Milner, who is the king of keeping himself fit and conditioning. That would be such an inspiration for the youngsters, how to get a career out of football. Milner's been playing football how long? Since he was 16 in his 30s.
I remember when he made his debut. Yeah.
Same. I remember that. So
he's a striker as well.
Yeah, this would be a perfect situation. What Frank's saying, that'd be absolutely. I don't think no one would argue with that, because obviously my ultimate first option was, but I know it's not available now, would have been Klopp. That would have been my ultimate. Probably. I know it's crazy to bring him back, and you don't want him to. But I just think that the position that we're in now, we need someone to galvanise this team and bring the fans, the city, make them all one again, and that's a Klopp. Hopefully Alonso can do it, because I'm hearing everyone wants Enrique. I don't see the law.
Short term, it's a short term thing with Enrique, isn't it? It's not a long term project.
I don't see it. See Alonso, he's done the Real Madrid thing. It's done. So we don't have to worry about it. Alonso doing well here, and then Real Madrid coming to steal him off us. So if we can get Alonso and Gerrard, that's ideal for me. That'll be perfect.
Dean, can I say a couple of things? First and foremost about Klopp. Jürgen will not come back. Believe this. Jürgen will not come back whilst Edwards is there.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
There's terrible animosity between. That's why Jürgen left, because he came back. I know the score on it. Anyway, and getting back to to Xabi.
Mm-hmm.
Xabi, as I said, he knows everything about Liverpool. He knows what we want, like Steven Gerrard. Honestly, he really does. And look at the lift that Manchester United got. Look at the lift Chelsea got when they brought in there a couple of lads, you know what I mean, as managers. And even into them, you know what I mean? Carrick is into them. And look, they went above us. And what nauseating thing is that they went above us, if you know what I mean. And so they gave the whole club a lift. Just imagine Xabi Alonso coming in. If Xabi Alonso came in, I'm not just saying this. I think we'd win the Champions League. I really do. I really do. And we will finish in a Champions League place. That's me, though. That's my opinion.
I think would Xabi. Well, go on, Dean. I'll finish it after.
I was just going to say that I agree with what you're saying, because end of the day, like you said, Carrick, come on, man. Carrick's nowhere near Alonso's level. Alonso went unbeaten. He won the Bundesliga with Leverkusen. He's got players, Wirtz, Frimpong, playing out their skin. Alonso coming back to Liverpool will just bring everything back together. Everyone's saying, "Oh, Real Madrid." No, he had over 70% win record at Real Madrid, one of the best they've ever had. Yeah. So obviously, it's player power. So all that Alonso fell, he didn't fail. He didn't fail. So bringing Alonso in, and I think that's true. We've had worse circumstances and won the Champions League.
Yeah, we did.
We saw 2005. So Alonso here, I honestly think that, forget league position. If we win the Champions League, we're in the Champions League next season anyway. If we win it, so league position, if we come in the top 4, fair enough. If we put all our go for the Champions League with Alonso, I think he can galvanise us to that. I think Frank's right. I definitely believe if we get rid of this manager now, bring in Alonso, it will give us the boost we need to go into the end of the season. I think it'll be brilliant.
A massive boost, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need, isn't it? With Alonso, in my opinion, I don't. You could never judge a manager when he's at Real Madrid. I mean, it's very hard. But if you look at Alonso's record, apparently he's got better record than all of them, right? Zidane's, and I think Ancelotti. Yeah. So if you look at record per game, I think he's got the highest percentage out of all of them. So
77%, I think 76%.
And plus, he's got all those players against him at the same time, Dean and Frank. So he's already in an impossible place as a head coach at that football club. And not only that, they don't even let you play what you want to play. You have to play the Real Madrid way. They've got a certain way of playing, and this is the way you got to play at Real Madrid. At Liverpool, he will get they'll give him the team, and they'll tell him, do the formations that you want that could bring us success, and we'll support you through thick and thin. And that's what they do at Liverpool.
Well, he got persecuted for setting standards.
Yes,
because he was setting standards. Come training on time, no more partying after games. Yep. Players didn't like it. Like, training has to be training from when you get in there until you leave. None of this stupidness. Setting standards. People started going behind his back, talking rubbish about him because they didn't like the hard graft you got to put in. You got to run.
Can I ask you, Fozi and Dean, a question? Why do we look so lethargic in play? Why?
Go on, Dean, if you want. Oh, I can go.
I think. See, when we had Klopp here, we trained like we playing a game. Like, that's how we train. When I'm watching our training sessions, I'm thinking, what is this?
Medicine balls.
What is going on? And when I watch it, seriously, when I see these guys walk into training with their
slippers on,
their baggy trousers and their coffees with a straw and all this crap, and the coffee, that coffee bar needs to be sledgehammered down. Seriously, I don't want to see that coffee bar again. Seriously, sledgehammer. When you come training, like when I was going training, when I was playing football, from my car, you go onto the training pitch and we start training. Forget all this breakfast and all this crap. Let's get back down to how you're meant to train, because there's too much of niceties at training. Like, if you don't get something right, you stand behind until we get it right. All this, it's too soft. Like, we're not militant enough. Like, it's just like, there's too much egos, and I just think we need to bring it back to old school. You're here to train. You're not here to socialize.
With our team, guys, like, let me tell you something. Like, while I'm watching, I'm just doing it in the graphics right there. Yeah, the issue that we have when we play right now, all of these players don't have a man anymore. They don't mark anyone anymore. They just run into space. That's the difference between the Jurgen era and this era. When I watch us right now, Frank and Dean, there's no more. Do you remember when we used to have the players, the left side, that's a team, the middle is a team, the right side is a team. We no longer have that now. It's everybody out for themselves when I'm watching Liverpool at the moment, guys. And this is why we're struggling when we're on the pitch. It's like what Frank's asked us. What do you see in our team? There's no team ethic anymore. It's all about individuals now. We've come off so far what we was before. That's why we're performing the way we are. I gave a graphic a week ago against Manchester City. 3 players were watching the ball while a player was running behind them, which is why we conceded the penalty in that game. That's how we're playing. We're no more man to man. You know what I mean? That's what we used to do. Remember what Jurgen used to say? Everybody has to get back, fight back. Unless you're Messi, you're not going to stay out front. You know what I mean? That's what he had. And this is what we don't have anymore. I want to go back to, I don't know if you guys agree with me, with the 3 in the middle. Because when you have the 3 in the middle, it's more congested. It's more of a teamwork rather than, individual work. And that's what we're missing. This, like, at the moment, it's not working because these players, let me give you an example, guys. Let me get back to the bigger screen. When we had Jurgen, the reason that worked back in the day is because it was about the team rather than individual play, if you know what I mean. That doesn't exist anymore. So if you revert back to the 4-3-3, it's tight, it's congested, the gaps don't appear, and that's what we're missing when we're watching us. Let me give you an extra example of that. If you look at the team that used to win championships regularly with Jurgen and everybody else, it was built from one season to all the way to the eighth season. So all these players are used to that system. So when you move away from that system and bring this new, formation, that's going to take you a few years, because don't forget, it took them 8 years to set up that formation for those players, all the way from the under nines to the first team. So now that's why they're all suffering. They're in a foreign place. They don't know where they are. If you look at them on the pitch, they're all over the place. Everybody's scattered everywhere. Nobody follows players. Look at the Nottingham Forest game the other day. Players went past us like a train. Nobody was tracking them back. And the Jurgen, that will never happen, because he will make sure you're all running back at the same time. You're sprinting back, not jogging back, not walking back. Nowadays, we say they walk back and all that stuff because the formation's changed. It's a relaxed formation without any work ethic. And that's how I see it, Frank, what you just asked me. I think like the work ethic of this team has disappeared, mate.
Well, it's all look, it all goes back to training. Once I used to lay putters on, like Liverpool training and whatever, and I seen those medicine balls, and as Dean said, going in for a cup of coffee, that's their training. And it's, I've had loads of lads on my pod saying, we look lethargic. We're slow. Why are we slow into the tackle? Why aren't we getting these 50-50 balls? And it's because of the slowness. We had 8 days off. Don't forget, Nottingham Forest played midweek. They had a game in midweek.
Yeah.
And then they outplayed us. No matter what, they outplayed us. They just outplayed us having to play midweek, if you know what I mean. And it's wrong. It's the system. It's the tactic.
The players are not used to it.
It's the lackadaisical of Slot, of the coach and his backroom staff. They're useless now. So we've got to bring someone in. If we don't, it could be
curtains.
It could be curtains for us, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's how I think, guys. Like, these players have been playing the same system for all these years, and then you're trying to make them play a different one. That's why we look at like we're all over the place, Dean. We don't look the same team anymore. We don't even look shadow of that team. All the players look like they're struggling at the same time, because all I see on social medias and we're just blaming individual players all the time, Dean. We're saying McAllister's shit. We're saying Salah is crap. Gakpo is this. Van Dijk is this. You know what I mean? We're just having a go at everybody, but not looking at the system has changed dramatically in the football team. They've been playing the same system for 8 years. And all of a sudden they change in one season and everybody expects them to be, with this new formation. It doesn't. First of all, they haven't got the legs for this formation that they're trying to set up. It's better reverting back to what got you the Premier League last season, which was playing the same way as Jurgen. And then slowly, as the years go by, then you change it over.
Can I come in there? I'm sorry to interject. Do you know last season, right, when Jurgen Klopp left, he plays a team that was gelling. The season he left, Slot took over, right? And then he won the league with the help of Mo Salah. You've got to bring in Mo Salah about him winning the league. He never done it with his tactics and everything else. Right. So he won the league. What happens with that team that had gelled the beginning of this season? He broke it up. Well, he didn't. It was Edwards and Hughes who broke it up.
Yeah.
He broke up a team that had gelled. And we could have easily gone on and won the title again, a back-to-back title. And that's what gets me, that irks me. Something terrible for breaking up a team. Look, whether you like Darwin Núñez or what, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But Darwin Núñez was one of our greatest pressers.
Yeah.
Someone said to me, "Oh, he misses loads of goals." I said, "But he's in the right place to miss the goals.
Yeah.
But he hits the bar and the post, but he's in the right place." And he had scored goals. He has assists.
Yeah.
And they got rid of him. He was a great presser, was Darwin Núñez. And look, Diaz. Come on. Diaz. Good God.
Pace is gone, innit? The pace of the team is gone. That's the problem as well.
Oh.
We've got no more pace. Well, what do you think about that, Dean? Like, as I said, like 8 years of the same formation, and then you're trying to change it in one season, expected like they're gonna.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. And the thing is, he hasn't even got the players for it.
There you go.
There you go. PSG. You haven't got the players to play like PSG. Like, it doesn't make no sense to me. Like you keep on, that's all he refers to. Like, you ain't got a Vizina. You ain't got these players for that. Just, we had a good system last system. It worked. Like, I've been calling for, like Frank said, I've been calling for a number 6. I need the system you want to play, you need 2 robust. If you want the double pivot, them 2 double pivots need to be robust. One's a ball winner, one that can do an 8 role. That's got stamina, strength, that can play a bit of football. We haven't got that. Gravy he's 6 foot whatever, but he's soft. No one in our team can go out there and put in a 50-50 tackle and come out the other side of the ball. No one, except from the centre backs. Our midfield is so weak that I don't understand what you expect to get with this midfield. And then, don't get me wrong, I'm happy we got Wirtz, but that's not what we needed. Like, Wirtz wasn't something we was missing. We was missing a centre back and a number 6.
Yeah.
How many years we've been asking for a number 6? Since Fabinho, we've been asking for a number 6. Someone that can just be there, win headers, win 50-50s, and then pass it to the footballers. I don't need my number 6 to be technical. I need my 6 to go and get the ball and give it to the technical players. We ain't got no one like that. Nobody. So the football he wants to play, it's not going to work because the players don't suit the system. And you're seeing it all season. We're getting bullied by every team we come against. Yeah, will win every header, will win every tackle in that midfield, every single game. And that's one thing I can't handle, man. Like, the effort and getting stuck in old school, getting your hands dirty. Like, come on, man. That shouldn't even be a thing in this day and age. You shouldn't have to praise things like that. That should be coming as a standard as a footballer. You should be able to get your hands dirty. None of our players do. They just, and the thing is, I see so much naive stuff. Like, letting people run. Get a little yellow card. People don't get yellow cards no more. Like a tactical foul. It's like our players don't know how to do tactical fouls. Like, just come on. This is football. Like, I don't understand it. Seriously.
It's what you said there, Gene, getting stuck in. Gravenberch was, well, he was terrible yesterday. But anyway, he did. I was watching, and he got, he tackled someone, and I said, at least he got stuck in. That's what I said. That was the only time that we did get stuck in. Can I just add as well about the backroom staff who had, like, I forgot to mention him, and I think it's crucial as well. Yeah. Virgil's coming up to his retirement. We all know that.
Yeah,
I love him as well in the back staff, and I think he'd stay as a backroom staff person, because he loves the city, he loves Liverpool, and what do you think?
I think he should stay. I think, like, when you got players, ex-players like that, or if he's still like be a player coach, whatever it is, it's good for the youngsters that's coming through, Frank. You know what I mean? So when they see, probably one of the greatest, well, he's one of the greatest defenders that ever lived at the football club, and he's coaching the youngsters around the football club. Yep. Well, what player wouldn't want to join a club like that? You know what I mean? When you got legends like that at the football club. So yeah, I agree with you 100%. That will draw a lot of players towards Liverpool, especially the youngsters of the modern day as well. Yeah, I don't mind that, man. You got to have legends. That's how, if you look at, Frank remembers this, if you look at Liverpool, obviously from the 70s, 60s, 70s and 80s, that's what they did. they used to keep those old players around the football club if they were part of the coaching staff, as well as coaching what did they used to say, Frank? There's two teams in Liverpool: the reserve team and the first team, right? So, that's what they used to say, right, Frank? So if you have something like that, the connection for the football club, we're not going to trust outside influences. Everybody in the club is together. You know what I mean? That's what you need. Liverpool stepped away when they start stepping away from that and getting outside influences into our football club. That's when we lost our identity, and that's what we need to keep around when we've got legends still at the football club. If you know what I mean, Frank and Dean. What do you think, Dean? Like keeping ex legends, at the football club as well, like Frank asked.
Yeah, the only thing is this day and age now, like everyone's got their own staff, everyone's got their own methods, and it's not like how it was back in the day. You could just keep players there. I mean, keep old players there. Like the new manager might not want these players there. Like it's a funny one, man, because a lot of the decisions will be down to the manager and who he wants there. Like, we can't force the manager to keep. Like we said, we want Gerrard number 2. We can't. If we want Alonso as a manager, we can't force Alonso to have Gerrard. Like it's down to them. Obviously, in an ideal world, we'd love to keep a Van Dijk. We'd love to keep a Milner. We'd love to have these guys around the building that know Liverpool and what it takes to win trophies at Liverpool. We'd love that. But unfortunately, we're living in a world where all these qualities are just thrown away now. Like the manager is the most important person. Whatever he wants, he gets. And yeah, man, we're living in a new world, man. Them qualities are not there no more. It would be nice, but I can't see it happening.
That's it, really what you said there. We are living in a different age of, I go back to Shankly. I went to see my first ever cup final, and that was the FA Cup final in '65. It's only a kid like going along watching it, and you go right up. Two of the greatest of all European nights was obviously Istanbul. I was there, and we were shouting at a couple of fellas. They were leaving at half time, and we were shouting at them, and they missed it. They missed it because they were on the telly, I believe, the next day. So we walked out, and anyway, they're not proper supporters, in my opinion. And then the other time was when we beat Barca 4-0. That was unbelievable. That was one of the greatest nights ever. But can I tell you something? We talk about benches. The likes of Woodburn and Brewster was on our bench.
I know.
Brewster and Woodburn. Good God, we haven't had a strong bench, for years.
Yes, yeah.
And what's it Slot say? I like small squash. I like small squash.
That's what he says, dude. I swear, he said that. And yeah, man. But guys, obviously we're ending the show. What the final question is: what will keep this manager in a job? If he wins the Champions League this season, will you keep him in the job? Go on, Frank. I'll ask you that question first. What does he basically? Does he have to do that to keep him in the job? That's what I'm going to ask.
Look, I'm being honest. I just want him gone. I don't want to even contemplate him, if he finishes in 4th place or whatever. I just want him gone. I'll tell you now, I'm being honest with you.
Yep.
I mentioned the Champions League before. Xabi came along. I'm being honest, we will not win the Champions League under this manager. That's that.
Say if he wins it, Frank, would you keep him? Would you give him another chance?
No, because we'd be back to saying in the Premiership the same old drab dross football. That's what we've done. He won't change. He will not change. I just want him gone. Whether we win the Champions League, FA Cup, and then finish theirs even. I want him gone. I just don't like him. Sorry.
Frank is blunt with his answer. What about you, Dean, mate?
Obviously, I want him gone, yeah, but I can't do that. If he won the Champions League this season, I have to give him next season, because for the mere fact, bro, he won the league in the first season, he won the two biggest trophies in 2 seasons. That he's earned the right. Now, I know we've gone through crazy stuff this season, but if you ask me, before this manager got here, he was gonna win the league in his first season, Champions League in the second season. I wouldn't have cared how he played. I'd have took that. I'd have grabbed that. But obviously, there's context to it. Obviously, the football's been terrible. We've been pissed off all season, but we've got no choice. If he wins the Champions League, he's not going nowhere. That's one of the greatest achievements.
He'll get a 5-year contract.
Oh, you don't get a contract. Yeah.
He'll have a statue.
On a statue.
that round the table, it wasn't like there's a reason they put that out there, that round the table video, because they were backing him. Listen, at some point, I think of this season, around December time, they've given up on the season. I honestly think that, and they were concentrating like on next season. And that's why they did that round the table out of the blue. It just appeared. You got Billy Hogan, you got obviously Richard Hughes, and you got Arne Slot in the middle. We're showing him support. It was like, listen, he's the long-term project. He's not. Believe me, guys. Even if we don't qualify for Champions League, he'll be here next season, because they've got the excuses. What's happened this season for him, to live on for some reason, which is weird in my opinion. But yeah, guys, honestly, thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate that. Well, I want to do this on a regular basis if you guys are interested. It's up to you. You know what I mean? I love this chat. You too. You know what I mean? I don't know, Dean. I don't know if you know Frank, man. Frank is a legend. Liverpool Football Club legend over here.
Definitely sounds like a legend. He definitely knows what he's talking about, bro. I can tell. You can talk to. You can tell. Yeah, man. Frank, honor, man. Trust.
Thank you. I'd love you on mine as well. I want people to. My chatters are great. Who come on.
Some of them are here actually as well, Frank. So you can put them over here too. Yeah.
Would you ever appear? The pair is, Fozi and Dean. Would you appear? I go out. I'll tell you when I go out. I go out on a Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's live, and it's 8 p.m., 7 p.m. on a Thursday, so if you're ever free for those times, I'd love you on.
Yeah, I'm there, Frank. When I'm available, I'm there. I'll send Dean the link if you want me to as well. I'll send him.
I get hold of you. Say like you're working or whatever, you can't make it, Fozi. I'd love Dean to, send him a link or whatever.
I will, 100%.
Yeah, man. No problem, bro. No problem.
Yeah, Frank. No, big up both of you. I'll send you the link, Dean. Don't worry about that. Yeah, Dean, what's coming up next in your shows, bro? And let them know about your channels. I already put it in the chat and all that stuff.
What am I doing? You know what? I'm so over the place right now. I'm trying to think what's happening today. Me and my cousin's gonna go live tonight. I think we'll shoot about 9 o'clock. He's got his show. Yeah, by the way, it's me and my cousin's show. He's an Arsenal fan. I'm a Liverpool fan. So I know. It's crazy. And you know what makes it worse, Frank? I'll tell you what made it worse here. I was in hospital for a few months here. So when I was in hospital, he was doing loads of shows. And the channel became so Arsenal orientated. When I got back, I couldn't believe how many Arsenal fans he recruited. So I'm getting back into trying to get Liverpool back in. I need some more Liverpool subscribers, man. It feels like I've got an Arsenal channel right now. But yeah, it's half and half. Anyway, it's Liverpool Arsenal, but you know me, I'm Liverpool in itself.
Yeah, man. Big up, team, man.
Yeah,
what about you?
Tonight,
yeah, okay. No problem. What about you, Frank?
What about me and my shows? You mean?
Yeah. Your links are down below and they're in the chat. So
well, you can just Google me anyway, because I'm on Google. My name, Frank Carlisle, because I do a variety of things, Anyway, but listen, lads, it's been wonderful today, and thank you, Fozi, for introducing me to Dean there, the Arsenal supporter, you know, he might be a close.
Now I had to bring him on. Dean is one hell of a guy, man. He's around my age, innit? So he will relate to us more, you know what I mean, than other people. So I had to ask him to come on and meet you for today, and obviously you guys could exchange things and, you know, get on your channel as well. Yeah, man. But you don't need to thank me, Frank. You're always welcome on the channel, same as Dean as
Thank
well.
you.
But I'm gonna probably do us free show on a regular basis if you guys are interested.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
No
no problem. No
something.
problem with me.
All right, man. Guys, thank you. Sorry we couldn't get to the chat. I love to, you know me, I like to listen to the panel. It's great today, Dean and Frank, of course. We're going to hopefully do some more shows like this. I will probably be back at some point today, maybe tonight. I don't know. Just keep an eye on the, obviously, channel. Please subscribe to these two gentlemen over here. Their links down below, man. Trust me. And it's in the chat. I'll put it there as well. So, yeah. Like, share, and subscribe, and thank you in the chat. Even though I haven't read it all out because I want to listen to people, but you still kept it going and obviously chatting to each other in there. I appreciate you gratefully for that. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you soon, people. Take care, everybody.